The Big Boss, Chinese, is a 1971 Hong Kong martial arts action film written and directed by Lo Wei, with assistance from Bruce Lee. It stars Lee, Maria Yi, James Tien and Tony Liu. Lee's first major film. It was written for James Tien. However, when the film's original director, Kar-seung, was replaced by Lo, Lee was given the leading role instead. Lee's strong performance overshadowed Tien, already a star in Hong Kong, and made Bruce Lee famous across Asia. Plot: Cheng Chao-an, Bruce Lee, is a Chinese man from mainland China who moves to Thailand to live with his cousins and work in an ice factory. He meets his cousin HSU Chen, James Tien, and HSU's younger brother by accident when HSU Chen stands up to local street thugs. Cheng Chao and had largely stayed out of the fracas as he swore to his mother he would resist participating in any fighting. Cheng begins work at the ice factory when a block of ice is accidentally broken. A bag of white powder falls out. Two of Cheng's cousins pick up the bag and are asked to see the manager. The factory is really a front for a drug smuggling ring led by Xiaomi, also known as the Big Boss. When Cheng's cousins refuse to cooperate, they are killed and their bodies disposed of. HSU Chen and another cousin go to HSIAO's compound to find out what happened to the two cousins. HSU doubts HSIAO's claims he does not know what happened to them and threatens to go to the police. Xiao has the duo killed before they can leave. When the workers at the ice factory learn that HSU is missing as well, they start to riot. To ease tensions, Xiao makes Cheng the foreman, providing him with alcohol and prostitutes. Cheng gets drunk at HSIAO's dinner party and is seduced by Sun Woman, one of the prostitutes. She later warns Cheng that his life is in danger if he goes after Xiao, and that Xiao is running a drug trafficking operation. Immediately after Cheng leaves, HSIAO's son, Xiao Chuan, sneaks in and kills Sun by throwing a knife at her heart. Sun's body is disposed of in the ice factory, just as Cheng's cousins were. Cheng breaks into the factory and finds the bodies, and is discovered by the gangsters. Cheng fights his way out, killing Xiao Chuan and many gangsters in the process. He returns home to find that almost all of his family have been murdered, while Xiao Mei has gone missing. Cheng exacts revenge by killing Xiao Mei in a final fight. Once he knows that Xiao Mei is safe, he surrenders to the Thai police when they arrive at HSIAO's house. Cast: Bruce Lee as Cheng Chao-an. Chinese, Cantonese Yale, Zhang Xiayuan. A young man who, along with his uncle, travels from China to Pak Chong, Thailand to stay with his cousins. Maria Yi as Xiao Mei, a typical damsel in distress. She is Cheng's only female cousin. James Tien as cousin HSU Chen, a martial artist who gets into fights with the local gangs. Nora Miao as a local cold drinks vendor. Guest star: Li Quan as cousin Kun. Han Ying-chie as Xiaomi, the Big Boss, owner of an ice factory which is really a front for his drug dealing. Tony Liu as Xiao Chuan, Xiaomi's son. Kam-san as cousin Shan. Li Hua as Zed. Marilyn Bautista as Miss Sun Woman. Chan Shu as Sheng, the ice factory's foreman. Billy Chan Wui Nai as cousin Pei. Lam Ching Ying as cousin Yen, also assistant action director of the film. Tu Chia Cheng as Uncle Lu, Cheng's uncle. Peter Yang as cousin Chen. Peter Chan as Xiaomi's henchman. Original Mandarin Cut. When the film was released in 1971 in Hong Kong, it included scenes that were later removed from all the mainstream versions. This was a result of the 1972 Hong Kong movie censorship crackdown. when martial arts films were censored for extreme violence and explicit content. When these cuts were asked to be made, editors also took the opportunity to cut out full sequences, most likely to increase the pacing of the film. These were the scenes that were cut. Longer fight between Cheng Chao and Hsiu Chen against the gambling den bouncers, in which the bouncers try to run the two over with a burning cart. A scene of dialogue with Hsiu bragging about the aforementioned fight to the other cousins and their uncle once they've returned home. A scene of dialogue with Chiao Mei, Cheng and their uncle before going back to the ferry dock. A scene of dialogue between Cheng and the drink stand girl, Nora Miao, after Bruce sees his uncle off at the ferry docks. Longer and more graphic scene of the first two cousins as deaths via large circular saws. Longer fight between Hsiu and Xiaochuan featuring a shot of Hsiu with blood literally squirting out of his head due to a knife attack. A cut from the banquet scene where Cheng gets drunk. While his vision blurs, he hallucinates and sees Sun Woman topless, and it quickly changes to an image of Chiao Mei. More bodies shown in the ice blocks when Cheng is investigating at the ice factory. The infamous saw in the head scene in which Cheng slams a handsaw into a villain's head. Slightly extended scene with Cheng finding his cousins murdered. An entirely deleted sequence of Cheng returning to the brothel prior to the final fight. He picks a prostitute in a red sweater, who is actually visible in the background the previous time Cheng visits the brothel, and they go to her room. They both completely strip down, and they proceed to make love in bed. Cheng subsequently takes out all his remaining money, and lays it down on the prostitute's stomach while she's sleeping. He also then sees a bag of prawn crackers and decides to take them as a last meal. This explains why he has the crackers when he shows up at the boss's mansion. A second blood-tasting shot, in which Cheng tastes the blood from his stomach when he's been cut with a knife by the boss. Most of these presumably lost scenes were supposedly present in a print shown in London in 1979 as part of a Bruce Lee film festival, with the exception of the saw in the head shot. Nowadays, the deleted shots and scenes exist in the eyes of the public only as still photos or quick snippets of footage in trailers, though there are supposedly collectors who possess copies of the footage, but such reports have yet to be confirmed as of 2016. In 2004, special version with unknown features was announced on DVD by budget DVD company Video Asia, entitled The Big Boss, the version you've never seen. It raised high hopes, but the DVD never came out, presumably due to copyright issues. It remains unknown when the original version will see a release in home media. Alternative title confusion. When The Big Boss was being prepared for American distribution, the U.S. release was to be retitled The Chinese Connection, a play on the popular The French Connection, since both dealt with drug trafficking. The U.S. title of Lee's second film, Fist of Fury, was to be kept nearly the same, except for being Fists of Fury plural. However, the titles were accidentally reversed. The Big Boss was released as Fists of Fury and Fist of Fury became The Chinese Connection. Film purists refer to the films by their original titles. Recent American TV showings and the official US DVD release from 20th Century Fox have restored the original titles of all Bruce Lee films. Alternative music scores. Unlike other Lee films, The Big Boss is unique in having not only two, but three completely different music scores. Fist of Fury, Way of the Dragon, Enter the Dragon, and Game of Death all only feature one score with minor alterations. The first music score for it was composed by Wang Fu-ling, who worked on films such as The Chinese Boxer and One-Armed Swordsman. This was made for the Mandarin language version. and was also used in the English export version. In addition to the theatrical French and Turkish versions, it's similar to other martial arts film scores, especially the Shaw Brothers films. Wang was the only one to receive credit, but it is also believed composer Chen Yongyu assisted with the score. At least one cue from Japanese composer Akira Ifukube's scores for the Daimajin trilogy of films was also utilized as stock music. The second and most popular of the music scores was by German composer Peter Thomas. This did not become widely known until 2005, when most of the music he composed for the film appeared on iTunes in a Big Boss collection. Thomas's involvement stems from a complete reworking of the English version of the film. The early version featured the British voice actors who worked on all Shaw Brothers films and used Wang Fuling's score. It was decided to make a new English version that would stand out from the other martial arts films. New actors were brought in to voice the film in English, and Thomas rescored the film, abandoning Wang Fuling's music. The German dubbed version features his score, especially in the German title of the film in the iTunes compilation. The third score is the 1983 Cantonese release score, which primarily features music from Golden Harvest composer Joseph Koo. However, a good portion of Koo's music in the Cantonese version was originally created in 1974 for the Japanese theatrical release of The Big Boss, which was half Koo's music and half Peter Thomas's. Golden Harvest simply took Koo's music from the Japanese version and added it to the Cantonese version. Aside from this version is most infamous for its use of the Pink Floyd music cues, The Grand Vizier's Garden Party, Part 2 Inches, Time, and Obscured by Clouds, as well as King Crimson's Lark's Tongues in Aspic, Part 2. Other actors as Bruce Lee playing Cheng Chao-an. Various Bruce Lee biopics have been filmed over the years, with the two most famous being Bruce Lee, The Man, The Myth and Dragon, The Bruce Lee Story. Both of these films feature their respective actors, Bruce Lee and Jason Scott Lee, at one point acting as Lee on the set of The Big Boss. Both films feature a variation of the rumor that Lee was challenged on the set by a Thai boxer. In Myth, Lee was challenged on set and was caught in the middle of an ambush later on off the set. In Dragon, Lee is challenged during an actual take during filming of The Big Boss, wearing the trademark rolled-up long-sleeve white t-shirt, white sash, and black pants. Both of these are highly exaggerated accounts. Not to mention that Dragon makes the mistake of saying that filming for The Big Boss began in July 1970 rather than in July 1971. As the story told is that Lee merely discusses martial arts with a Thai fighter on the set. Besides these two examples, a third Bruce Lee biopic, The Legend of Bruce Lee, this time with Danny Chan Kwok Kwan as Lee and filmed in miniseries form, was shown in Hong Kong in 2008 as part of China's hosting of the Summer Olympics. Once again, this biopic shown Lee encountering a Thai boxer on the set of The Big Boss, this time with the challenger being played by martial arts film veteran Mark Dacascos. Photos and behind-the-scenes video of this scene have appeared on various websites, including Dacascos's official site. Release. Upon its release, The Big Boss became the highest-grossing film in the history of Hong Kong and remained unsurpassed until Bruce Lee's second film, Fist of Fury. When the film was released in the United States, the death of Xiaomi, the boss, was cut down to him simply being stabbed in the chest with a knife in order to receive an R rating. The original version of his death, which not only shows an explicit close-up of the knife in his chest but Cheng Chao-an's fingers piercing his ribcage and blood flowing from under his shirt, would have given the film an X rating. The first time this scene was shown in the US was when it played on cable channel AMC in July 2004. Columbia Pictures released the film as a reissue in 1978 and again reissued it with Fist of Fury as a studio-sanctioned double feature in February 1981. Miramax distributed The Big Boss on television and streaming, Hulu and Netflix, along with Bruce Lee, The Legend. 1977, Game of Death, Way of the Dragon and Fist of Fury. VHS releases. Forefront, United Kingdom, released the 17th of March 1997. Classification 18. Forefront, United Kingdom, released the 1st of October 2001. Part of a box set. Classification 18. 20th Century Fox, America, released the 21st of May 2002. Named Fists of Fury. Classification R, X, known in some video releases. Color NTSC. Runtime 99 minutes. DVD releases. Universe Hong Kong. Aspect ratio widescreen 2:35 1. Letterboxd. Sound Cantonese Dolby Digital 5.1. Mandarin Dolby Digital 5.1. Subtitles Traditional, Simplified Chinese, English, Japanese, Korean, Indonesian, Malaysian, Thai, Vietnamese. Supplements Trailer Trailers for Way of the Dragon, Enter the Dragon, Game of Death, Legacy of Rage, Star Files. All regions. NTSC Megastar Hong Kong. Aspect ratio widescreen 2:29 1. Sound Cantonese Dolby Digital 2.0 Dual Mono. Mandarin Dolby Digital 2.0 Dual Mono. Subtitles Traditional, Simplified Chinese, English, Japanese, Korean. Supplements Trailer Synopsis Cast and Crew Biographies. All regions. NTSC Fortune Star Bruce Lee Ultimate DVD Collection. Hong Kong. Released the 29th of April 2004. Aspect ratio widescreen 2:35 1. Anamorphic sound Cantonese DTS 5.1. Cantonese Dolby Digital 5.1. Cantonese Dolby Digital 2.0 Mono. Mandarin DTS 5.1. Mandarin Dolby Digital 5.1. Subtitles Traditional, Simplified Chinese, English. Supplements Original Trailer, New Trailer, Still Photos, Slideshow of Photos, Celebrity Interviews, Unseen Footage, Game of Death Outtakes, Enter the Dragon Alternate Opening, 32-page booklet, Region 3, NTSC, Fox, America, released the 21st of May 2002. Aspect ratio widescreen 2:27 1. Letterboxd sound English Dolby Digital 2.0 Mono. Subtitles English. Supplements none. Region 1 NTSC Fox Bruce Lee Ultimate Collection, America, released the 18th of October 2005. Aspect ratio widescreen 2:35 1. Anamorphic sound Cantonese Dolby Digital 2.0 Mono. Mandarin Dolby Digital 2.0 Mono. English DTS 5.1. English Dolby Digital 5.1. Subtitles English. Supplements Original Trailer, New Trailer, Still Photos, Slideshow of Photos, Interview with Tong Wei. Bonus Trailers Region 1 NTSC Hong Kong Legends Special Collector's Edition, United Kingdom, released the 6th of November 2000. Aspect ratio. Widescreen. 2:35. 1. Anamorphic. Sound. Cantonese. Dolby Digital 2.0 Dual Mono. English. Dolby Digital 2.0 Dual Mono. Subtitles. English. Dutch. Supplements. Commentary by Bay Logan. Production photo gallery. Animated biography showcase of Bruce Lee with voiceover. Original Mandarin trailer. Hong Kong promotional trailer. UK promotional trailer. Bonus trailers. Region 2. PAL. Hong Kong Legends. Platinum Edition. United Kingdom. Released the 23rd of October 2006. Aspect ratio. Widescreen. 2:35. 1. Anamorphic. Sound. Cantonese. Dolby Digital 2.0 Stereo. Cantonese. Dolby Digital 2.0 Dual Mono. English. 2.0 Dual Mono. Subtitles. English. Dutch. Supplements. Disc 1. Commentary by Andrew Statton and Will Johnston. Bonus trailers. Disc 2. UK Platinum trailer. UK promotional trailer. Original Mandarin trailer. Hong Kong promotional trailer. Rare Uncut 8mm UK trailer. Original 35mm UK title sequence. Textless 35mm title sequence. Original lobby cards. Paul Weller. Breaking the West. Fred Weintraub. A Rising Star. Tom Kuhn. What Might Have Been. The History of the Big Boss. A photographic retrospective. Deleted scenes examined. The story of the elusive original uncut print. Animated biography showcase of Bruce Lee with voiceover. DVD credits. Region 2. PAL. Blu-ray disc release. Cameron Ronson. Hong Kong. Released the 6th of August 2009. Aspect ratio. Widescreen. 2:35. 1. Sound. Cantonese. DTS HD Master Audio 7.1. Cantonese. Dolby True HD 7.1. Mandarin. Dolby Digital X 6.1. Thai. Dolby Digital X 6.1. Subtitles. Traditional Chinese. English. Thai. Supplements. Tung Wai interview. Region A. Notes. Official site at Miramax Films. The Big Boss at the Internet Movie Database. The Big Boss at the Hong Kong Movie Database. The Big Boss at All Movie. A gallery of still shots from The Big Boss. An in-depth article on the missing scenes featuring rare publicity shots and screenshots. The opening credits from the version you've never seen. The Big Boss and the Beautiful Orphan by D. Contemporary artist, designer. The Big Boss and the Beautiful Orphan is a remake of The Big Boss. Genre. Cross-genre. Appropriation art. Experimental. Literary. The Big Boss and the Beautiful Orphan appeared the 22nd of March 2011 in the online arts journal Orion Headless. Quote,